I'm Matt Kelm. Today I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about construction and industrial safety. It's not a fun subject. It's not a subject that people really want to talk about, but it is an important one. I've been working in industry for over 10 years, since I graduated high school, in construction or industry one way or another. And safety is always supposed to be at the forefront of these industries, and these jobs are dangerous. The job I do every day is dangerous. The job thousands of people across the world every day, millions of people do, is dangerous. There's constantly things that can hurt you, that can kill you. It's easy to forget that, but they're there. They don't go away. It's always waiting to catch you off guard. Because these jobs are so dangerous, safety is talked about a lot, and that can lead to something called safety saturation, which you get told the same thing every day in and day out. Do it this way. If you don't, you're going to get hurt. You're going to lose your job. So it leads to complacency, which is a really bad place to be when you're working with things that can hurt you. Just think of a small thing. Every day, I personally don't, but use saws, that kind of stuff. I'm an electrician, but it's a simple thing. So you have a saw. Got a blade on it. Blades get dull. The first time you change a blade, you're pretty worried about it. You don't want to get caught by it. It can hurt you. Lose fingers. So you're really careful. Second time, probably careful. The 500th time you change this blade, you're probably not being real careful. So you pull this back, change the blade, and it turns on. You lost a finger. So what did it take to prevent that? 5 seconds. Less than that. Now there's no way this can turn on. That's what industrial safety is based on. Taking the hazard away. We have to do dangerous things. That's inescapable. Just today at work, I was in 5 situations where had something gone wrong, I could have died. I work with medium voltage electricity every day. So you get complacent, but you have to remember that you can get hurt. The numbers that OSHA publishes, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration publishes, are pretty telling. You have to be careful. So the last numbers that OSHA published were from 2017. In 2017, 5,147 workers died on the job, died at work. If you break that down a little bit, that's a big number, but if you break it down a little bit, it's almost 100 people a week died at work. Break it down further, on a 7-day work week, because a lot of us work, 7 days, that is 14 people a day died while they're at work. That's unacceptable. A lot of these injuries, most of them probably could have been prevented. And it's not things like electricity, fire, that kind of stuff that kills most of these people. The number one killer of workers on the job is falls. And when you think of a fall, industry, skyscraper, fall out of a lift, no, those aren't the falls that kill people, because there is safety rules in effect there that people pay attention to. I spend a lot of time 130 feet in the air in a lift basket. It's stressful. So yeah, you're paying attention. You have a harness on, you're tied off. You never do anything to put yourself at risk. But the number one killer of people is falls. And the number one height that kills people is 4 feet. 4 feet kills more people than falls from 100 feet, because people aren't careful. And 4 feet doesn't seem like a lot, but the numbers don't lie. People die every day from falling off a ladder 4 feet tall. So this stuff is important. It's easy to forget, especially when you've been doing it for a long time. And the people that get hurt, at least electrical, which is what I do, the people that get hurt are not the people that are brand new, the people that don't know what they're doing, because those people are careful. It's people like me that have been doing it for a long time, or long enough that you think you know what you're doing. And you might, but most people that are killed by electricity professionals have been doing the job for 10 or more years because they got complacent. They made a mistake. They didn't protect themselves, and they paid for it. It's happened to me. I've never been hurt, but just a few months ago, I wasn't following the rules, and I was working on a piece of equipment that wouldn't start, and I should have had the power off and figured out the problem, but I thought I knew it, and I know the equipment. I put it in, I installed it, I did all of the work. I knew it was done right. So the piece of equipment wouldn't start. I reach in the cabinet, I push the start button, I stand back and wait for the piece of equipment to start. Should have been fine. There's a safety built in. I put it there. You know, the stuff that we work with is incredibly expensive. It's supposed to be safe. So I'm not worried about it. I push the start button. 10 seconds later, the thing explodes in my face. I had the protective equipment on I was supposed to have on. I didn't get hurt, but it really made me think. I could have. You know, a few years ago when I didn't wear that stuff, I probably would have. People do. It happens. So industrial safety, it's not something that is just an annoying meeting you have to go to every month. It's something you have to remember. Nobody's going to look out for you except for you. You can't depend on anyone like you can depend on yourself. So you have to protect yourself. And it's something that's easy to forget, but it's very important. So it's something you need to try to remember. And it's not just industry. Falls. Anybody can fall from 4 feet and die. So it's something to really think about and keep in the back of your mind all the time. Thanks.